list on the podcast. Upcoming events, community updates, and stories spotlighting our community heroes. This is where the week gets wrapped up, HMG style. And now, here's your host, Mr. Adam Bird.
All right. Kind of a different intro there. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody can hear me all right, because my headset's all jacked up this morning. And I'm wearing a headset because we got a guest coming on here shortly. But yeah, happy Friday, everybody. It's great to be back in the home studio. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's had a great week. Yeah, I'm gonna dive into this. I gotta apologize first because I know it's Saturday morning and some of you have busted my balls about why are we doing it on a Saturday? You know, I get it. But had stuff going on yesterday. I had a VA appointment and it went well because I'm here. So, and I'm apologizing for the little beeps and stuff like that. My computer all of a sudden said, hey, let's go ahead and notify Adam, even though I've turned all notifications off, although I haven't because it's still showing up. Nonetheless, let's get started into this because we've got a lot to cover. You guys know the deal. I'm going to share this out, get a few of you heathens on here, and yeah, we're going to get this party started this week. So let's share this out here. If you guys are watching this, share it out. I'm going to talk a little bit about what happened last week at Military Creator Con, and then we're going to bring on our special guest who is in the green room right now. And oh my God, I swear this little AI thing. All right. Anyway, let's get started. Here we go. First off, I want to recap what happened last week. I was on the road down in Arlington, Texas, and I got to give a shout out to a couple people real quick. Carl Monger from Gallant Few. Hadn't seen him in a few years. I got in Monday. Tuesday, we went indoor rock climbing with the Gallant Few team there in Grapevine, Texas. Had a great time. It's always a pleasure to see Carl and the Gallant Few team, Zach and everybody down there. So if you haven't checked out Gallant Few, give them it's a special shout out to them. Go check them out. Absolutely loved it. Carl, thank you, my friend. It's always a pleasure seeing you. Joe Stazione, aka Staz, my boy Staz. I haven't seen Staz since our Arizona days, so it's been a long time. He runs he's a steel worker. He does some amazing work. I think it's Prospect Hill company on Instagram. I'll put it in after the show. I'll put it in there and you guys can check it out. But Staz, always good to see you, brother. Here's what we're going to talk about today. Again, I'm going to recap Military Creator Con. I'm going to bring in, we got a very special guest, Mr. David Vargas, who's going to talk about next week. And then we'll recap what happened on the shows that you missed. So let's get started. That being said, Military Creator Con, April 16th, 17th, 18th. Last week, it was at the Hilton Arlington in Arlington, Texas. I got to tell you guys, this has been nothing short of incredible, man. If you're a military creator, a veteran entrepreneur, or a podcaster, storyteller, you're in that space and you were unable to attend, mark it on your calendars. It's going to be in Arlington, Texas next year in April. I'm not sure the dates. Go to militarycreatorcon.com because they're selling tickets right now. Put it on your calendar. The room was electric. It was a community, the connections, the conversations. It's everything that we've built here at HMG that's built around the positivity, the purpose, the people. And I might be sounding a little bit biased here because I was on the team putting stuff together. I've been to a lot of events, folks, over the last 15 years. This by far, it was probably the best one, and it was awesome. The people, everybody was smiling. People were networking in the hallways. All the speakers, shout out to them. And in fact, some of the people I want to give special shout outs to, first and foremost, Mara and James, the masterminds behind Military Creator Con. I love you guys. We've been friends for a long time. James and I have been friends for quite a while now, and thank you for putting your trust in me and allowing me to be a part of this special event, something that we've talked about offline for quite a few years now. So thank you for that. Special shout out to Trish Lito. Trish, you're amazing. You've got your energy, your passion for this community. I love how you talk and just the fun time that we have. And I'm looking forward to working with you in the future. So thank you. My man, Adam Peters, HMG family member, good dude, great connecting, always fun hanging out when the two of us hang out. And I was so proud of him because last year we had talked about, he had asked me, how do I get on stage? And I said, man, this year, I said, give it a year. We're going to get you on stage. He was on stage not once, but twice this year, talking AI stuff. He sat on a panel and then he just gave a mastermind on AI and what we're using or why you need to be using it. Shay Sparks, always a pleasure to share the stage with you. Shay and I taught a class on, building a community with purpose and profit. And then Tom Long. Tom, you were a godsend. I mean, the guy is a machine working behind the scenes. And I got to give a special shout out to our buddy Joe Rubin. Got the shirt from Mopod, our buddy Joe, front toward the microphone. I love it, man. So thank you. And then also Zach Starr, Hillary Russo, and a slew of everybody else that I met and connected with and shared that space at Military Creator Con. You guys know who you are. The community is the real deal. We did a casino night, which was awesome. We had a speakeasy for a comedy show. I mean, it was a jam-packed, 3 days, and it was just like nobody wanted to leave. It was just a good time. So shout out to everybody that made this happen. Arlington, we'll see you next year. What a great experience. Rich LaMonica, I see you over there, brother. Good morning to you. Thanks for jumping on. And of course, you're welcome. You're welcome. I'm not going to repeat what Rich said here, but you're welcome, brother. You know what it is. All right, guys, let's dive into. You guys have heard me talking about this event coming up next weekend, May 2nd, down in Palm Harbor, Florida. And I've been talking about it now for months, probably since last, November. And I finally was able to wrangle this dude that's putting this stuff together. This guy he's a character, man. I got to tell you, you got to watch out for this guy. I'm reluctant to even bring him on because I'm not even sure what he's going to say. It's like, I might have to mute the mic and stuff like this. The man's crazy. In all seriousness, I love him. This guy, I met him last September at an event down in Florida. Became friends. He asked me if I'd be interested in being a part of this Hero Fest, and I was like, "Hello, here it's got our Hero Media Group, and it's got the name in it, right?" So, without further ado, help me welcome Mr. David Vargas. David, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Outstanding, Mr. Adam Bird. How are you, sir?
I'm good, brothers. Always good to see you, man. How you been?
I've been spinning plates, man. That's what we do, right? Spinning plates, break the least amount as we can.
Yeah, I hear you. Hey, let's dive into it. Before we get into the event, I want you to tell the viewers and the listeners just a little bit about who David is.
David Vargas.
David
Vargas is a retired 22-year Air Force veteran. Live out here in Palm Harbor, Florida. Just came out here about 5 years ago. But been in Florida 12 years.
Okay.
Found a lack of for a very huge veteran community. Found a lack of resources, for lack of a better term. So I created the Pinellas County Veterans Association. Long story short, and obviously there was a void that needed to be filled because we grew exceptionally fast. Did a whole lot of different things, but as far as me, that's my life. It's me, my dog. Actually, right after Hero Fest, my son decided he wants to get married on a Monday after Hero Fest. So I'm going to be flying right up to Rhode Island on a Monday morning to get for my son's wedding. So
well, congratulations on that. And at the same time, I know in the back of your head, you're like, kids, why Monday? Seriously?
It was actually May 4th, right? And I was like, please, David, please don't tell me this is one of those May the 4th be with you things because I'll kill you. But luckily, it's their actual anniversary, so that's a legit thing. So I said, okay, we're there.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we'll see how this works out for me. So.
Oh man, I love it. Hey, listen, David, you got me coming down to Florida, and I can't wait to see you next week. We've been talking about this event for months.
Absolutely, buddy.
And Saturday, May 2nd, folks, if you're in Florida or if you need something to do, drive to Florida next weekend. Saturday, May 2nd, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. downtown Palm Harbor. Now, some of you are like, where's Palm Harbor? Like, I'd say the Tampa Bay area. It's on the other side, like Clearwater, just north of Clearwater.
Just north of Clearwater, exactly.
It's beautiful there, folks. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Dave, let's dive into this, man. What made you start this, or how did you get involved at the Heroes Fest? This is the second annual one. So how did this come to fruition? Give us history on this.
You know, it's a lot like Forrest Gump with me, man. It's just like it really is. Things just kind of they manifest as they do, and you know, a little ADD adds to the sprinkle in there. Kind of, it's always magic. So it was actually 2.5 years ago in December, and we started planning ahead, saying, "Well, let's start thinking about what we're going to do for Memorial Day. That's around the corner. 7 months is around the corner." So next thing you know, we just finished having 2 back-to-back hurricanes. Milton and Helene that time.
Yeah,
decimated out here. So this was the first time, honestly. I say knock on wood, but I actually finally lost power. So my dog and I, we were out there. Molly, the wonder dog, we went out every day that week and just helping everybody, however we can help, feeding people, helping around. And then all I kept seeing, it just hit me. Look at all the firefighters, look at all the sheriffs. And then I met a ton of veterans. There was a point where all I did was drop my pin location and people were just showing up where we were. So instead of, touching the sacred day of Memorial Day, I talked to the fire chief and I asked if there was anything like this that happened in our town to honor and celebrate the actual true heroes, the first responders.
Yeah.
And he's like, not to their knowledge. So I said, well, let's go ahead and see what this is like. And, I'm one of those guys where the short list is always what's going to prevent you from doing something. So It's like, I always think the biggest, however, if it was a perfect environment, what would I want it to be? And then, of course, bring it down a little bit. I'm not going to have an A-10 flyover. I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to do that. So,
but the fact that you're putting this together, you took the initiative, you saw something that was needed, and you wanted to recognize the community heroes. And my hat's off to you on that, man, because it's like, that's not an easy task to do, right? And then this being the second one, folks, I got 2 stages, 2 VIP areas. There's going to be live music. I don't know, 150 plus vendors there. I mean, it's like, this is a big deal, and it's the second one.
Yeah. So the first one, everyone saw for what it was. It was a task. There were 3 people that put it on. Really, it was me, my event coordinator, and my media guy. It was a big task. So they had their specific roles, and everything was on this guy. And I got back with my team, and we just did whatever we could. And it was 6 months. We knocked it out of the park. We were able to. It was about 3,700 people, according to the fire marshal. It was huge. So it's something where we had the sheriff's department, the fire department, the Navy ROTC guys. They all presented the colors at the same time, brought in right at the middle, right at the national anthem. It was great. We had a lot of because we do the Veteran Voices book too. So we do a lot of interviews with a lot of the older veterans at the assisted living facilities. They all showed up. We had them in golf carts. We put them right in front. So it was for 1 hour in it was sweltering heat. I mean, that was from 12 p.m. till 10 p.m. at night. It was a 10-hour day, boots on the ground, 7 in the morning that day. Everybody was tired, but you know what? When that drill team came out, after that was done, they did their performance. You can hear a pin drop. Everybody was there just in total awe. And the response was huge. A lot of the merchants downtown had record-setting days. Everybody was happy. It was a good deal. So, of course, there had to be a part due. And as any sequel, you have to make it equal or better. So how do we do it? 2 stages, larger footprint, 2 VIP areas, and all the same other stuff. But now we have a lot of extra special things to like people like you, Mr. Adam Berg, HMG coming on down. And there's going to be a lot of street level activity this time. A lot of street level activity. So
where can people now? Is this like a event that people got to purchase tickets for? Or
absolutely not. This is completely free event for everybody. Tri-county area from Tampa. That's what we focused on our marketing wise, from Tampa east up to North County down to South County. So anyone can show up. It's friendly, family friendly. It's going to be a great time. Right now, like I said, we have currently the total is I think 187 vendors.
Good Lord.
Yeah, about it's 14 food vendors and / trucks. And yeah, a lot of good special guests too. You're gonna like the special guests that show up there. So I'm not liberty to say their names right now, but
no teaser, folks. You want to find out, you got to be there. Go to herofestfl.com. That's herofestfl.com. I want to see you guys there. I'm heading down there next week. I can't wait for this to happen. We've got I think we got like 4 people from HMG coming over that are in the Florida area. They're driving over to be a part of it. I've got some friends from Tampa and stuff. They're gonna drive over next Saturday and walk around with us as well with cameras and stuff like that. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be shooting footage, doing interviews. We'll probably snag David as he's on a dead sprint, trying to put out something or get something for somebody. So you expect a lot from us next week, guys, because it's going to be great.
I'm going to highly suggest anyone who's going to be around, make sure do yourself a favor, pick up the VIP tickets. Yeah, I mean, because the prices go up on Monday, actually.
Okay.
So I would highly suggest that there's 2 separate ones. There's the base camp ground level one. That's a 20 by 40 foot tent enclosed. That's going to have AC, misters, private bar, everything else like that. And that's where a lot of the sponsors are going to be. And so it's a good networking thing. It's going to be right in the middle of a bunch of vendors and in front of the second stage. And then you have the top deck above Krabby Bill's, which is, a big family chain down out here in Pinellas County. They have an upper deck, and that actually is right in the heart of our event. So you're going to have a full view of everything. That's AC, private bathrooms, private, the whole nine. All comes with a bunch of food and drinks, everything else. So I highly suggest getting those. You just get out of the heat and just, you could watch the Kentucky Derby if you like, but it's up there. And also the opening ceremony is, I know the whole event is 2 to 10, but the opening ceremony is between 3 and 4 p.m. So that's where a lot of the magical kind of happen. And then, of course, right after that, between the 4 and 6 p.m. area, it's going to just be bands, of course. And then 6 to 6:30, we're going to do the check presentations, because 100% of all the proceeds that we raise over here, we give right back to the community, right back to paying this entire tab off of getting this thing done. Amazing. And then, we get to keep a little bit just to keep our doors open and continue with our programs and what we do. So,
David, question for you. Yeah. Those of us that are driving down don't know the area that well. Parking, I'm sure, is going to be a big thing. Is there like a parking area that you recommend people to?
Yeah, parking is always a big thing in our town of Palm Harbor. It always has been. So I suggest people get down just south. It's about 3 blocks south of where the event's going to be. It's called Pop Stansel Park. Plenty of parking out there just for the early birds. The extra early birds, you can still park in the neighborhoods and the streets. Some neighborhoods, they actually will rent out their driveways and stuff like that, kind of like when you go to a Tampa ball game. Same thing. So so parking is limited to a degree, but we are expecting 4,000 to 5,000 people to this one. So it's looking like we're going to surpass that for sure.
Show up early or take an Uber, get down there. This is 100%. An event that you're not going to want to miss. It's going to be awesome. We're certainly looking forward to being there, and the fact that this is HMG's first Hero Fest of any kind like this. So David, thank you from the bottom of my heart for inviting us to come down to be part of this.
100%. You guys are outstanding. When we met over at the Salute to Heroes.
Yeah.
We met at that event there. It was 100%. This was right up your alley. I knew you had to be there. So anything I can do to make it easier for you guys, just let me know. We have spaces set up for you over at our command center. You know what I mean? We have spaces for you guys over there. So we have some media passes for you too. So you have all access to go anywhere you want to go. Just
appreciate it.
Do whatever you guys do. Enjoy, have some food, have some drinks, take plenty of content. It's gonna be a fantastic event.
We'll be going live a couple of times while we're down there, folks, checking out the event and stuff like that. Again, if it's just next weekend, May 2nd, you guys got to be there. Drive down. I know a bunch of people in the Florida area. Some of you need to drive up. You can get more information at herofestfl.com.
Yes.
It's in collaboration with you mentioned Krabby Bills, and I want to say there was another somebody else as well.
No, but it's just Krabby Bills because they actually have a Rock the Harbor series they
That's
do on
what
a
it
monthly
was, yeah.
basis.
Yep.
So we just kind of decided to put it in together. So it's
Nice.
literally going to be 2 events built into that, and then our event is typically 3 events into one. With the sheriff's department, they put on their own displays. They do the K9 exhibitions. They bring the MRAP armored vehicles out, and then the fire department. We have 3 fire departments showing up with their engines. So they do their touch of truck stuff. So it's an all out big old thing. So.
And those of you with kids and stuff, bring them up. This is something like, how many kids? I mean, kids love seeing that type of stuff. The fire.
They love it.
I'm old and I like seeing the fire trucks.
Yeah, like Advent Health, they like to provide capes for the kids, and then there's a big gratitude wall, of course, so everyone goes over there. So there's face painters for the kids. There's a lot going on. There's actual dog area just for everyone else that happens to bring dogs as well. So. And on the HeroFestFL.com website, you're also going to have this schedule of events. You can see from 2 p.m., 3 p.m., all the way down by the minute of what the activity is going to be. So this way you're into. You can also, on the website, there's going to be a QR code so you can scan text message and get text message alerts while you're through there. And there's going to be raffles given away from all the vendors all day long. Just register your text, and then as long as you're around, we'll text you. If you're free, come on down, pick up your gift from one of the vendors. It's all gift cards.
Nice.
Get some free food and stuff,
I love it. Folks, Hero Fest, Florida. It's happening next week, May 2nd, Palm Harbor, Florida. That's the place you want to be. Make sure you guys check it out. David, I appreciate you jumping on and sharing with us today, man. I look forward to seeing you next week.
My brother, I'll see you then. Take care. Thanks so much.
Yep. Have a good one, my friend.
You also, buddy.
All right, folks, listen, I'm stoked. You want to talk about blessed? That's an understatement. Blessed is an understatement. I can't wait to get down there next week and see David and whatnot. He's got a heart of purpose and wanting to work with other people. It's amazing. Highlighting our community heroes. Love it. That's what needs to happen. All right, this is what we're going to do now. We got so like I said, Hero Fest May 2nd. Let's dive into some of the shows. We've had some new shows come on to HMG. All right, we're going to transition into the shows here because last week I wasn't able to talk about the shows. So I got to give the highlights to the shows. First off, go check out all the shows on Heroes Media Group. Simply go to heroesmediagroup.com. You can see all the new shows that are coming up that are there, articles, etc. We got a new show, Behind the Thin Blue Line. Behind the Thin Blue Line. This week, they're talking about how the military trained gang members, part 2. This is part 2. Special guest Carter F. Smith was on the show to dive deeper into the evolving world of military gangs, extreme activities, and how these threats are becoming more sophisticated and harder to detect. Gangs in the military, you say? Is that really a thing? There's a couple books about it. It's actually pretty interesting. This was a very interesting series. I think a lot of you would like this one. Behind the Thin Blue Line. Check it out. Next up, we got Uncommon Sense, a newer show here on Heroes Media Group. This week, they're talking about dog training, losers at the dance, and more CPAP talk. I can't make it up. It's Uncommon Sense. The name says itself. Got to check it out. They do a show on. You can find out Uncommon Sense on YouTube. Take a listen. Next up, we got the Decision Hour with yours truly, Restoring Independence: The Future of Mobility with Zine. I had Rick Chirac, Air Force veteran and CEO of Exokinetics, to discuss the game-changing mobility device that they call the Zine. This thing is amazing. It's like, those walkers that you have that you could sit down and then stand up and walk? Well, this machine, you buckle into it, it helps you sit down and stand up together. And the really interesting part of this, the story behind this, is that the guy that created this was actually the gentleman that worked with Sylvester Stallone in the first Rocky movie, did something with the videos. Anyway, great. It was a great episode. You're going to see a lot of these in the VA here very, very soon. Amazing product. The Decision Hour, check it out. Next up, we got the Double S podcast with our man, Gene Campbell. This week, he's got Boyden and Tony Boyden, hosts of On the Line, a fishing podcast. Shocker. I love it. Good stuff. And make sure you check out Gene's show, the Double S podcast, Sunday nights on Heroes Media Group. Actually, it does them live right here on Facebook. Next up, we got the Misfit Nation podcast. I'm talking with the Tuesday crew. Jake and Stefan, they sit down with U.S. Marine Corps veteran Garrett Bias, a retired Marine Corps pilot, TEDx speaker, recovery coach, and the founder of Valiant Path. It's blending coaching, emotional processing, and evidence-based recovery tools rooted in positive psychology and human flourishing. Totally what we need right now. Check it out. That's the Misfit Nation podcast. Next up, we got the Homefront Sit Rep podcast. This week, they step into a powerful, unexpected chapter of military history through the lens of a wingman for Miss Universe by L. Wright Wallace. A story where war, duty, and fate collide in the summer of 1967. Really cool episode here. Homefront Sit Rep podcast. Check it out. Next up, we got the Arms Room Show. This week, they are discussing the contents of a sustainment loadout for the riflemen. Arms Room Show. Check it out every Monday, 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. That's Arizona time. Speaking of Arizona, Ken Stein, I see you, brother. Thank you for jumping on. Appreciate you. What do we got next? Strategic Veteran, our man Adam Peters. You got to listen to all of his shows, period. The guy is a machine. Next up, we got the Disgruntled PM. This week, Jake Jarwowski shares his journey of creating Home Gym Con. It's a niche trade show for the home gym industry. For all you folks that have a home gym, this is one you definitely want to listen to. Maybe you want to upgrade some stuff or get some different stuff. This is a great show to listen to, the Disgruntled PM. What do we got next? Vet SOS. This week is a testimony that Sean Welsh opens up about what he calls Christian imposter syndrome, believing in God, but living a completely disconnected from him. Amazing episode. Sean is a Army veteran, retired, great human being, Vet SOS, and what he's created over there. They run, I think, 5 shows now. They got a show that comes out every day with different show hosts and whatnot. Phenomenal. And they recently, a couple months ago, just became a nonprofit organization. So check it out, Vet SOS. Stay with me. I'll get a few more here. Speak Up, Show Up, Lead podcast with Mr. JJ Hardy this week. What happens when you stop hiding your pain and start leading through it? Marie Schleider Henkins, Army combat medic, veteran, author, and recovery advocate, joins the show for a conversation most people aren't brave enough to have. What is it? You're going to have to listen and find out. Speak Up, Show Up, Lead podcast with JJ Hardy. Check it out. Keep It Spiritually Simple. Standard McEllis, she's got a new one coming out later today, so stand by for that. Patriots Behind the Wire. We've talked about this. It's been a while since I talked about Tracy Laporte, Gold Star mother. She's got a new show, or she's got 3 new shows, revamped everything, and we're in the process. We've talked about it for months. Well, it's here now. Boots, Stars, and Guitars. That's the new umbrella. She's got 3 different shows that fall under that. She does 3 shows a week. So stay tuned for that. That is coming Monday. Boots, Stars, and Guitars. So you're going to want to definitely check that out. Next up, we got Label Free podcast. Host Deanna Redilescu sits down with poet, animal advocate, and author Susan Johnson, whose work beautifully captures the deep emotional bond between humans and their beloved pet. How many of you are pet owners out there? I got 2 dogs. Love my dogs. Love my dogs more than some people. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm telling you. Great episode. Label Free podcast. Check it out. We got your 6 at 6 with the People's Patriot Project. Every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and then they do a Monday night show as well. This one here, they sit down with Rebecca Grundman. She's a Navy veteran, and she started Trigger 22. Now, back up for a second. Yesterday, I couldn't do the show, right? I told you I had a VA appointment. I was up at the VA hospital over in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. I had some tests. I'm fine. Everything's I'm good. But I'm walking out of the VA hospital, and I see this Triggered 22. Now, this is before I realized that it was the same person, right? So I'm talking to the gentleman there they have this booth and all these shirts and all their memorabilia stuff there, the Triggered 22 stuff. And I'm talking to the gentleman, and he was just like, yeah, our son just joined the Marine Corps, sniper unit, blah, 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 blah. And he's talking about his son and sharing a little bit about Little Bird. And then I was like, yeah, I was like, can I get your information? This is a pretty cool story. I'd love to interview you. She's like, oh, yeah, we were just on the People's Patriot Project podcast. And I said, oh, Mark and Andrea. And they were like, yeah, you know them? And I was like, of course I know them. They're HMG family members. So it was kind of funny. Small world, how this all comes together. But check out Triggered 22 and great organization, what she's doing over there. And you can listen to this episode, the People's Patriot Project, right now. So go check it out. Other side of the firewall, Ryan interviews Charles Rush III, CEO of Rush IT LLC, about his journey into cybersecurity, entrepreneurship, and mentorship. Listen, I've talked to you guys about this. I don't know when the AI stuff and the cybersecurity stuff, it's happening. It's not like it's coming. It's here. Start learning this stuff, guys, and how you can protect yourselves. This is a great episode, Other Side of the Firewall. Chasing Happiness is up next. When life falls apart, most of us do one thing that makes it worse, right? How many of you have done that? I certainly have. Host Ryan Dement shares his candidly about why we walk away from God in painful situations. Ryan knocked this one out of the park. Chasing Happiness, check it out. Last but not least, we got Rise Up, Voices from the Front Line. This week, we talk about the difference between validating wounds and cementing a victim mentality. Great episode with Krista. Check it out. Rise Up, Voices from the Front Line. Community partners. Green Valley Hunters Paradise. Make sure you go check them out. They got some hunts coming up this fall. Please go check them out on Instagram or Facebook. Give them a follow. Green Valley Hunters Paradise. Jim Neary's Live Bait and Tackle. They've got their big barbecue coming up May 9th. Not next Saturday, the following Saturday, May 9th. We're going to be down there. Maybe throwing some lines in the water. They got their big bass tournament May 9th. Big pig roast. It's going to be fun. Bring the family. It's awesome. It's in southern Pennsylvania. Jim Neary's Live Bait and Tackle. Forget Genetics, veteran-owned, family-run. I love these guys. And if you want the deer and animals in your woods, your front yard, whatever, go check out their products. It's the best on the market that you can get. ForgetGenetics.com. Check it out. Tax season has just passed, and it's those of us that had maybe put in for an extension and you need help to make sure you didn't screw anything up, go to mytaxfella.com. Get a hold of Anthony Moriello and his team. They're fantastic. We love them. We've been working with them for years. And of course, last but not least, we've got our sister company, HMG Beverage. We go to hmgbeverage.com, use promo code HMG, and you get 10% off. And stay tuned because next week we're going to start Heroes Month down in Florida, and we're going to be doing some giveaways, and we're going to have a promo code for the month of May during what we call Hero Month here at HMG. Show a little quick today. Apologize about yesterday, but super happy that we were able to get special guest David Vargas on from Hero Fest. Make sure you guys stay tuned because that's where we're going to be. Palm Harbor, Florida, next week, May 2nd, Hero Fest, Florida. Again, thank you to everybody at MCC last week in Arlington. Thank you to our special guest today, Mr. David Vargas. Amazing human being, and I'm looking forward to seeing him next week. So stay tuned for that because that's where we are going to be next Friday for the HMG Weekly Wrap-Up. We're going to be live in Palm Harbor, Florida. So that's all the time I got today. Don't forget, guys, get rid of the 45-degree syndrome. Get off the interwebs. Get off the phone. Leave the phone. Indoors. Get outside this weekend. Spend some time with the family, and we'll see you guys next week from Florida. God bless you. God bless America. We'll see you guys later. Have a great weekend.